Hi. What I thought we'd do today is use something in the home which most of us have, which can just add a little bit to your workouts. So you're going to be using the stairs, or really just the bottom step of the stairs. Now, for obvious reasons, I'm in my workroom and I've got an exercise step, but it will work exactly the same on the stairs. I'm going to be wearing socks purely because it muffles the sound. You don't want really to hear me thumping on the step. I'm not wearing trainers for this myself, but if you prefer, then wear trainers by all means, particularly if you want to add the little jumping parts to this workout, just to elevate your heart rate a little bit. So I've got 20 exercises, or 20 repetitions anyway. I've set the timer for 30 seconds for each exercise with a 10-second break in between. I'm allowing for a 10-second break in between so that I can just talk through what we're going to be doing. But when you know what the exercises are, then you can set your timer for 5 seconds or no seconds if you just want to run straight from one to the next. So I hope you enjoy it, and hope it helps you make good use of the stairs. So I'll set my timer and we'll get going. So to start off, all I want you to be doing is just walking up and onto the stairs, but really swinging your arms. So you start to just generate a little bit of warmth. Now, I'm going with a left leg lead. What you might want to do about now is change to a right leg lead, or just change the lead leg. So I'm coming up and down, quite a dynamic walking. Okay, I'm getting ready to do some taps onto the step. So we're going to be tapping, and then you can increase the amount of effort that you put into it. So you can just do slow taps. You can increase it to be faster taps, just depends, or you can do a little mixture of the two. We've still got 15 seconds, so as you get better at it, you might want to just increase. I'm going to slow mine down so that I can keep talking at the same time, but you keep going for your 30 seconds. I know what's coming. Okay, so I want us now to be doing a right leg lead, okay? So you're going to step onto the step with your right leg, step on with the right leg, left leg goes in the air, left leg behind, reverse lunge with your right leg. So it's right for the main exercise the whole time. So step on, right leg, reverse. So as the right leg goes on, left knee comes up, left behind, right, reverse, lunge. And you just keep on going. Move your arms as much as you can to increase the dynamism of it. Okay, so we're now going to be doing the same on the other side. So if you think about it, you want a left leg lead. That means you'll have a left leg reverse. So the left leg steps on, right leg up, back, left leg lunge. So all the time, think about that left leg. Think about a nice 90-90 lunge as you come behind. Think about increasing that heart rate. If you want with this, you can add a jump at the top if you feel that you want to. So next time around, you can always make that happen each time. Okay. We're adding to the aerobic part of it before we bring it back down again. This time you're going to jump onto your stair. So you're squatting down, coming on, and then I want you to walk off. So you squat, jump on. Now as you jump on, think about coming into a squat on the top of the step. So you jump on, so you're not landing with straight legs. So you jump, everything's nice and soft. So it's a nice dynamic jump, and it's a dynamic landing too. But we're just stepping back. Okay, let's work the upper body a little bit more now. So I want you to get into press up position. So your hands are as wide, a little bit wider than your shoulders. Into a nice straight press up position if you can do that. Down you go into your press ups. Okay, so I've got my fingers nicely spread and I'm lowering my chest down between my wrists. Now if that's too much, you lower your knees, keeping that nice straight plank position and give me the press ups like this. Okay, so that's the main position. Excellent. We're going to take our squats into an offset position now. So you've got your toe on the step, weight on the leg that's on the floor. And then you're coming up and down for 30 seconds. Now next time I'll show it from the side. I'm sending my bottom back. I'm trying not to send my knee one way or the other, to the left or the right that is. I'm sending my bottom back and I'm trying to keep my knee level. And I've got about 80% of my weight on this outside leg, about 20% on the leg on the step. If I turn around this way, I know you lose my head, but at least you see what the leg looks like from this side. So I'm coming down, that's great, there we go. So I'm thinking about squeezing my glutes. I've got very little weight on the leg that's on the step, but it's mainly, as I say, about 80-20 as you go into these offset squats. So really feel the muscle fibres in your glutes working. Excellent, okay. So we're going to try some tricep dips now. So I want your fingers facing your bottom off the step, down and up. Now I don't want you to touch the floor, I just want you to hover your bottom above the floor, lengthen. Now you'll see my elbows are going straight back. I'm really trying to get them straight back, not send them out to the sides, straight back, so that I'm working the muscles at the back of my upper arm to get into my triceps. Okay, let's think about your feet a little bit now. So I want you to stand onto the step, now onto your stair. You'll probably have your banister, which will just give you a little bit of balance, because I want you to drop your heels and then lift up. I've just got a fingertip on the wall because I have to look. I'm trying to look at the screen at the same time, and I know you miss my head as it just goes as I go up and down, but thinking about keeping stomach muscles in, standing up nice and straight, lengthening the calves and also working through the calves. Okay. You're going to give me some hip dips now. So you're standing on the side of the step, outside leg, I want it to be nice and long, slight bend in that knee, lengthen your hip, raise up. This is not through the knee. I'll show you from the side next time. I'm working through my hip. I'm not going up and down on that leg and going all over the place. It's purely working through from the hip. So I'm working stomach muscles on either side of my waist. So if I come onto this side, you'll be able to see a little bit more easily how that works. So the leg on the step slightly bent, hip drops, hip lifts, hip drops, hip lifts. And it's pretty tricky balance-wise as well. So it's not through bending the knee, it's through moving the hips. That's how I'm getting that movement. Also, free training, nice bit of balance. Okay, excellent. Right, I want you to think about your plank position again. Come up onto the step, nice plank position. Then I want you to go down to the floor, back up onto the step. Take the other hand down to the floor, back up onto the step. So all the time I'm alternating between right and left arms. If you don't think about it, you will want to use your strongest arm. That's not what we want. We want to use both to get strength through both. Okay, bring your knees to the floor, but we're staying in this position because I want you to do some mountain climbers next. So think about your mountain climbers, think about getting into a nice plank position, and then the pace at which you do this is very much up to you. If you want to bring it in much faster, that's fine, as long as you keep that nice plank position. If doing it slowly is what works best for you, that's absolutely fine as well. Okay, so keep on working right through to the end of the 30 seconds. If you don't feel you've done enough, just speed up at the end. Okay, we're going to change round to be at the back of the step, and I want your left foot on the step, right foot in front. You're giving me some Bulgarian split lunges. So I'm trying to get my front leg about 90 degrees. I don't want it to go too far over the toes. And again, looking at the camera and checking it, and talking to you and balancing, make it even harder. If you want your hands by your sides to help you with balance, that's fine. Okay. So then we'll swap over onto the other side. So I'm keeping my left leg in front, my right leg's behind, thinking about that 90-90 position. And as I lengthen up, I'm pulling through my glutes, pulling through my quads, and squeezing my glutes so that I lengthen. I'm trying not to snap that knee straight, I'm trying to lengthen the muscles, but I'm aiming for a 90 position, particularly with that front knee. I might not always get it, but that's what I'm trying to get. Okay, let's back down onto the floor and have a go at some side planks. So try with a nice full side plank, top leg slightly in front of the underneath leg, dip down and lift back up again. If that's too much, it's not a problem to just have the underneath leg on the floor, dip down, come back up again. Or you can have both knees bent, down and up. So you'll see my shoulder is above my elbow. There's very little movement going on through my shoulder. Okay, so you're going to turn around and do the other side. I'm going to stay on this side because there's no point in you just looking at my back. So I'm coming back into that plank position. I've got my hand on my waist, lifting up and back down again. And you can see that even in that full plank position, there's not a lot going on through this shoulder. It's all going on through here, and I can feel myself getting a little bit warm. So you should feel it come down to that easier position if you need to really work through the waist. Okay, we're coming to the end. You've got two more moves. I want you to put your left foot on the step, right leg behind. And I want you to give me a little pulse. Come back onto the step. So a little pulsing lunge. Now you can carry on like that, or you can make it a little bit harder. You can make it a little bit harder by giving me, whoa, a jumping switch. Okay? Now I'm not demonstrating this terribly well, because I can't look down at my feet and talk to you at the same time, but that brings up the aerobic quality of it quite a lot. Okay, last one, I'm going to repeat the little taps. So we're repeating these little taps, and because it's the last one, then you can really start to go for this now. And one of the reasons for wearing your trainers is, of course, that aerobic element. If you're not going to go for the aerobic element, maybe you don't need them. But you wouldn't be able to hear me talking above my sound of my trainers if I wore trainers for it. So we're almost at the end. There we go. So that, if you did that without any breaks, that would give you 10 minutes of exercise. So what would be a really good thing to do is to perhaps repeat it 2 or 3 times so that it gave you 30 minutes of exercise. And then, provided you've done a little bit of a warm-up before you start, you do a cool down now, then you've had a really good full body workout just using the stairs, not using any additional weights at all apart from your own body weight. So hope you enjoyed that. Thank you. Bye.